Hey everybody, hope you all are enjoying your Monday. It's the start of the week. I know it's pop trivia night tonight. So in honor of National Nonprofit Day, we have an awesome organization joining us today. We have the Children's Advocacy Center from Willacy and Cameron County joining us. So we have Debbie. She's the she's the volunteer coordinator, fundraising and volunteer coordinator. Sorry, and then we have Gabriel. He's the community outreach coordinator at the location that they have over there. So we're gonna be talking to them for a bit, see how we can help out, and see what they have going on. And let me get them on the show real quick. Hey there, Debbie. Hey there, Gabriel. How are we doing today?
Doing well. Thank
you. Thank you for joining the show. I really appreciate it. Y'all are doing some awesome things around the community. So I just wanted to spotlight that. I know you all have a new location going up, but let's talk about your organization first. And yeah, feel free. How can people help out, and what can we do as far as the organization?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. Obviously, as a nonprofit, any sort of publicity, any sort of recognition goes a long way. And it's National Nonprofit Day, but for us, every day is National Nonprofit Day. So we're here to serve the children and to serve the families of our community. So let me tell you a little bit about the Children's Advocacy Centers of Cameron and Willacy counties, also known as Monica's House and Maggie's House. So we're a nonprofit organization. We've been going strong for about 22 years now. What we do is we work with law enforcement, child protective services, basically anybody who investigates child abuse crimes. And what our agency does is we help alongside with the investigation. So when a child abuse case is opened, either by many of our partners, whether it be the sheriff's office, Brownsville PD, Harlingen PD, San Benito PD, we have about 32, 33 growing partners all along Cameron and Willacy County. So when they open an investigation, they call us and they schedule what's called a forensic interview at one of our sites. We have two sites, one in Brownsville and the newer one in our Harlingen area. Just moved from San Benito, but it's right down the street.
Congratulations, congrats.
Yeah, thank you for that. We're really excited. Unfortunately, we had to do a soft kind of open due to the pandemic. But you can see that. I believe it's still on Facebook at our Facebook page, Monica's House and Maggie's House.
Right.
You can still see it on there. But so when the investigation is opened by one of our partners, they call us, they schedule these interviews, and what's done is the family and the child victim come to one of our facilities, depending on where the incident took place or where the family is located now. They come to our facility, and they're basically interviewed by one of our highly trained, specially trained forensic interviewers. And the reason why our facility is even in existence is because these forensic interviews are very sensitive. Obviously, it's a child victim of abuse, and the last thing that we want is for them to be interviewed at police station, something that's intimidating, something that may be scary for them. So our houses, Monica's house and Maggie's house, are meant to look like houses and are meant to be welcoming and comforting for those children, so they can feel comfortable divulging this information to one of our interviewers, because it is a lot of sensitive information and it's a sensitive topic for them. So what's done is they're interviewed one-on-one, and in a separate room, the investigators, whoever is involved in the case, observe the interview, take notes, things like that, to help with the investigation in case it does go to court. These interviews are recorded with special equipment, microphones, video, things like that. And the reason for this recording is to basically, hopefully, have the child just tell this story once and they don't have to repeat it. Unfortunately, what happens a lot of the time is these children have to repeat this story over and over again.
Yeah.
And our agency was founded because they consider that a form of re-victimization in and of itself, re-traumatizing this child over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So our facility, one and done, tell the story, gather as much detail about the incident as possible to bring justice for this child and for their supportive family members.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a little bit about how we got our names, Monica's house and Maggie's house. We get that question a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
ask that. I did see that it was, but yeah, tell us more about that and what inspired that.
yeah, definitely. So about 22, maybe now about 24 years ago, wow, or a little bit longer than that.
24. You're
Um,
right.
yeah, in
1996.
1996.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, there was a
1996.
yes, 1996. Unfortunately, there was a child death in Brownsville, and it was a child by the name of Monica Castillo, and she died due to her injuries from both physical abuse and unfortunately sexual abuse at the hands of her mother, at the hands of her mother's friends, things like that. So unfortunately, her death obviously shook the community. Nobody wants to hear a child fatality.
Mm-hmm.
And she was only 4 years old at the time, very young age. Unfortunately, she couldn't didn't have the opportunity to live her life. And so when it shook the community, our community members decided to do some research and, find a place and find an avenue to where this does not happen again in our community. Unfortunately, child abuse is a pandemic. We hear that word a lot now, especially with, the health crisis. But, child abuse is a pandemic that's been going on, you know, who knows how long. And
Right.
unfortunately, it's something that we're not going to get rid of, but we can prevent some cases. And so Monica's house was established in 1998, actually,
Okay.
just 2 years after her death, and it was established here in Brownsville. For some individuals who may remember our facility from back then, remember it off of Paredes Avenue, I believe, right behind Bella Middle School.
Okay.
And it started out, obviously very humble as a nonprofit. We had portable buildings, what we can, make of it. And we started conducting these interviews. And since then, unfortunately, our numbers have been growing, and they don't seem to be going down.
Mm-hmm.
But Monica's house was established to help these children and to help their families. That same year that Monica's house opened, Maggie, unfortunately, a little girl, aged 2 years old, also passed away due to shaken baby syndrome at the hands of her babysitter at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And this incident happened in the Harlingen San Benito area. And Maggie was only 2 years old at the time. Again, just a life cut short due to child abuse. So we opened up these facilities, and people ask, well, why two facilities? Well, because we cover a lot of ground. Cameron County, Willacy County, very big counties, and so we need the two facilities. And as many of you know, moving from San Benito, which were small little portable buildings, to the Harlingen area was a huge step, and it was necessary because our numbers have been growing, and we want to provide the most efficient, the most positive experience for these children and for these families. And so that is basically the inception of Monica's house and Maggie's house.
Wow, yeah. And I know I mean, a lot of people, it's very hard for them to come out and say that they, especially for children. So, how do you, I know you mentioned that you go out, you do some community outreach, you go to schools and things like that. But how do you end up finding, I know you said that you found the child as far as the cost, but how do you get more awareness out there? How do you do that? Like, I know you're going to schools. What else are you doing right now? I know a lot of the stuff right now during the pandemic is kind of hard. It's kind of tough to communicate these things. So what are we doing right now to get that message out there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just like, before the pandemic, it's all about awareness.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, we are a small organization. We are growing by the day, and we're very fortunate and very happy about that. But because we are a small organization, it can be tough to get the awareness out there. But
Hmm.
not for lack of effort. Definitely, me as the community educator, primarily what I do is I conduct child abuse prevention um, presentations to children, predominantly in the elementary age level, third, fourth, and fifth. Why we concentrate on third, fourth, and fifth predominantly right now is because unfortunately that's where our statistics tell us that a lot of the child abuse outcries come from, is that age range of like 6 years old to about 12 years old.
Six to
So we're
12. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So what I do is I go in there, very personal, in their classroom. Um, I conduct these presentations. They are scripted presentations. They're evidence-based presentations. I don't go in there and just wing it, anything like that. We want to make sure that we're very careful with our language, especially when talking about child abuse to young children.
Right.
We don't want anything to be misunderstood or anything like that. So I go in there, I talk to them about, good touch versus bad touch versus, confusing touch. I talk to them about who are their safe, individuals in their life, who they trust. If they were ever in a difficult situation, who they could go to, who they could talk to, whether it be a policeman or a nurse, counselor, even an individual like me or an individual like Debbie who work in child
Hmm.
abuse prevention, they can talk to us. So that's essentially what it is. It's a personal safety presentation. So
Okay.
that's for the little ones, that's for the kids. And, we do find it actually very effective. Debbie can attest to this. She was actually sitting in on a presentation that I was conducting at an elementary school where we had a child come up to me after the presentation and make an outcry of abuse.
Wow.
And yeah,
So
so
there, that does that. Like, even when you go out, there's
so
kids that just come.
we're seeing
Wow.
the yeah, yeah, definitely. And I've had children in the middle of the presentation get up because they're visibly shaken, they're visibly crying, but it's not because it's trauma, but it's because they're figuring out that something that was normalized maybe in their household is not
Hmm.
so normal. So unfortunately, that's what we see a lot of, is these children grow up in an abusive environment, so they take it as normal.
Right.
And my job is to teach them otherwise and to teach them the right path.
Hmm.
So, that's just one pillar of our organization and what we concentrate on. You know,
Okay.
our mission is to advocate for child victims of abuse through education, which is, my portion, my contribution to this agency. Um,
Hmm.
Prevention, which is, also what I try to do and what Debbie tries to do. Intervention, which is that forensic interview,
Right.
getting in the middle, right in the middle of the nitty gritty of this abuse. And then, of course, the recovery process, which is our therapy,
Now that's one thing I was gonna
statistics.
ask you. So it's just the whole, even, and how long after that in the recovery process is the average like length? Do they just go the rest of their life, or is there like a certain length where you feel like they're ready and then they're out of the program, or how does that work?
Well, it really depends on the child, obviously the child and the family, and it
Right.
depends, you know, their progress in the specialized therapy. This is not the therapy that our counselors provide is not just any therapy.
Hmm.
It's a specialized therapy called TFCBT, which is
Okay.
trauma focused cognitive behavioral therapy. So
Okay.
what this therapy is it's specialized to allow the child to basically confront their trauma. Because unfortunately, a lot of these children, they experience this trauma at a very young age,
Hmm.
and their defense mechanism is to internalize it and keep it down. But unfortunately, suppressing all those feelings and that trauma can have negative effects on the child growing up and can cause, depression, anxiety, sometimes even unfortunately suicidal ideations, things like
Hmm.
that, self-hurt basically.
Right.
So our therapy is very specialized, and we have two therapists right now, one for each facility, and they provide this therapy free of charge. And we're very fortunate as a nonprofit agency that we can provide that therapy free of charge to these families, because a lot of these families are very underprivileged and they
Hmm.
may not be able to afford this type of specialized therapy.
Hmm.
But to go back to answering your question, usually I would say, I don't want to speak directly for our therapists because they're obviously more versed than I am.
Hmm.
But from what I hear, usually it's about a 6 month,
6 month. Okay.
yeah, 6 month kind of progression. Now that's ideal, but of course, some of these children, their trauma is just very severe, so maybe they, regress in the progress. So they maybe take a couple of steps back. So then this
Hmm.
therapy, these therapy sessions may have to go longer. Sometimes these children, let's say a child is abused at the age of 8, and they do well in therapy and they graduate therapy at the age of 8, but at the age of 17, at the age of 21, at the age of 28, their trauma resurfaces and they don't know how to handle it. Well, good thing about our agency is our therapy is once a client, always a client.
Okay, I guess that's
So
really what I was wondering. Like,
yeah,
if they're in the program, it's like yeah, like you just mentioned. That's perfect. That's good to hear. So yeah, you
yeah.
keep on going. So you do see a lot of that, as far as that. Now, as far as like, let's say, I know this pandemic has been like a huge, unprecedented. Like everybody said, that's the word of the year.
Hmm.
Uh, so how is there a way, or is there a program? Let's say there's children. I mean, they're at home. There's stuff going on. You see it increase as far as like mental behavior. You see a lot of abuse happening. You see the statistics that are going around the nation. Are y'all doing anything like now to help out any kids that may have that problem, or just things like that? Is there therapy sessions for these kids to go to, or is there any programs where they could go to go find out, like maybe they're going through something? You know how kids are with the internet. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to find
Yeah,
it. But is there
yeah.
something like that for them that they could go and they could be understand, or what's going on with them, as far as like, mentally, going
Yeah,
through some things, some challenges?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you hit the nail on the head.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of kids right now who are, kind of stuck in an abusive environment at home due to, quarantine and things like that.
Hmm.
But what I could say about our agency is there's no stop in our agency. Obviously, like you said, unprecedented times, but it only took a short amount of time for our agency to basically flip everything that we've been doing and
Okay.
go online, go virtual. So, we haven't stopped any therapy sessions for any of our clients. We're doing what's called telemedicine,
Okay.
teletherapy, teleforensic interviews, things like that. So, fortunately, we're gearing towards that. And so we are still providing services to our children, to make sure that, they're any trauma that they are dealing with at home, they're able to talk about it with our therapists. But Debbie, I don't know if you have anything to add as far as that.
Yeah, Debbie,
Yes.
I wanted to ask you as far as like fundraising, what are we doing right now? And as far as like events coming up, how can we help out and help you all out? I know you handle the volunteers as well. So what can we do on our end to give you some, donations, get some volunteers going on y'all's end? Because I know
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of kids that need a lot of help. So how can we help out?
No, Eddie, thank you again. Like I said, Gabe continues to provide these presentations. As long as like he says, anybody who would hear us, anybody who will listen, we will talk. And even if it's just one person, that's okay. We want people to know. We want to bring awareness. We continue to bring awareness. When this pandemic happened, we went into quality assurance, quality control mode. And what I mean by that is that our director, Laura Reagan, kind of made an assessment and figured because of these climbing numbers, there was a need to basically, we added a lot of new staff members, at least another 30% of what we were existing. So, but then this pandemic hit, we were ready because we were seeing 50 at each location. We have 2 locations. We were seeing 50 kids a week at each location.
Wow.
And so, and then this pandemic, and of course, the kids are not out in school. They're not able to talk to anybody, any, reporters, any teachers, any counselors, principals. So of course, those numbers declined. So we went into continue to, send awareness. We used all our available platforms. We used our, social media platforms. We used our telephone, just anything to continue to reach out to our families that we have serviced. We continue to this day. We have our family advocates that reach out to continue to see, how are you? Is everybody okay? Do you feel safe? Do you need to speak to the therapist? Because a lot of people are going through different challenges, maybe not specifically to the crime itself, but just other challenges that we can help and provide any type of resources. So we do that on top of that. That never stopped. We are considered essential service. We're still doing this. We're still in this. We still have, we've been included, Gabe and I for, a couple of times a month are providing Connect and Learns, which is just connecting with the community to just let them know, look, this is what we're doing. This is what we're about. This is where we're headed. And so we have not stopped there. We also, in addition, we have collaborated with UT-RGV Social Services Department, where we're doing a caregiver support group now. Every Wednesday, we have a caregiver support group at 1 p.m. and at 6 p.m. And I'll send you the information to Eddie after this.
So definitely. I'll share it on the page. Definitely.
So, and then we have we definitely have our team that's still reaching out to our families to make sure that they're doing well. And we're still taking the calls. CPS is still in full effect. And so are law enforcement. There to respond to any calls that they get of any allegations. And so to move forward, we are a nonprofit, so we do have to raise funds. We again are using all our platforms, social media.
By the way, there's a donate button below, everybody. So feel free to donate. I added a donate to the post. Feel free, everybody, whatever you can. Let's help out this organization out. They need a lot of help. So go ahead, Debbie. And then as far as like Wednesday, so anything as far as like, do you have any like virtual talks, things like that, where you have everybody together? How does that work, like the team?
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, that's our Connect and Learns, and we will be starting them up again soon, especially now that school's starting. We want to let our parents know that we're still here for them, any questions that they may have. But in moving forward, we are continuing because we're still moving. We're still doing the best we can. With the staff that we have right now, they're still going full speed ahead, even though the cases are lower. They're taking the time right now to get quality training and they're constantly in training mode we're hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. Now that school's going to take on, You know, kids are going to have access to certain people now more than ever, where they will be able to voice anything that that they feel they need to voice. But so we're just kind of preparing for that, and we have our staff ready to go. And moving forward, we do have some fundraisers going on. We in September we will hopefully be having a virtual kind of like a run, 10K fun run, family.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's going to kind of be twofold. Obviously, the theme of the event is called "I Am Brave," and so basically, anybody who makes an allegation, who steps up and asks somebody to listen, is a brave person. Anybody that speaks up for somebody else, whether it's bullying, domestic violence, child abuse, is a brave person. And there's so many people that are brave. And so we want to kind of highlight that I am brave. You know, a lot of times when you say work at children's advocacy centers, I get the side head, like, oh, but if you could only see that we get so many, there's so many great stories of children that have gone through the program and they come back like, I told you I wasn't going to graduate. Well, guess what? I graduated this year. Or I told you I was never gonna get married, but guess what? I'm getting married. Come to my wedding. Mm-hmm. It is amazing to get those. They come back to our facility to tell us these things. And so we're very, our whole, agency is a mess when that happens, because they're willing to come and tell us, a very important milestone in their life that they thought they would never reach. What something might be easy for you and I, whether just to go to college or just to join a club, because they were so kind of broken by this, by this traumatic events that happened in their life, but they rose above that, and we're so grateful. So this run is going to obviously, include just so many of those things that are in this. I am brave. It's simple. It's as simple as that. And we definitely
it is. And a lot of people, what I'm really liking it is a lot of people are stepping up now and being brave. You see, I know a lot of people really don't like celebrities, but you see a lot of people stepping up like that, and it gives people encouragement. Like, okay, I can tell my story. I can get that out there. I can take this pressure off my shoulder that's been for years. And I know that's awesome that you all get it like right when it's there and it happens, and you let them know how they can improve and get better. One thing I do want to ask, do you all have any stories that you have mentioned that are really positive that you've all worked there for a long time already, right? From what I remember Gabriel telling me. So what are some of the stories that you've seen that you don't have to mention any names, but or don't mention any names, but as far as like, what are the best experience that you've had, that you've seen, that you're like, wow, this person has gone a long way and I'm very proud of them? What can you tell me a couple stories? I'd love to hear them.
Do you have one, Gabe?
I can share one really quick. I mean, it
go ahead.
As the educator, I consider myself very privileged to be able to connect with these children, in their element, in their classrooms and things like that, places where they feel very comfortable. And I can remember during one presentation, after the presentation, I had a little girl. I mean, I can still remember her face. I've seen thousands of children, and I speak to thousands of children, and many of them come up to me just to ask a simple question after the presentation, or tell a silly story that they think is, related to the stories that I was saying. But this one little girl, she came up to me, and with a smile on her face, she said, she asked me, "Are you from Maggie's house?" And I said, "Yes, yeah, I am." And, I don't really mention that in the presentations, but she just put two and two together. And she asked me, "Are you from Maggie's house?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I am. How are you? And what's your name?" And she told me her name. And she asked me, "Do you know," it still gets me. She asked me, "Well, do you know Sandy?" And Sandy is our therapist from Maggie's house. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Well, yeah, Sandy is a friend of mine, and she's at Maggie's house right now." And she said, please say hi to her and tell her that I miss her. And so she was a client of Sandy's and a client of Maggie's house, and a child who has gone through the process. But to see her positivity towards our agency, she didn't come up to me with tears in her eyes. She didn't come up to me with a shaken voice. She came up to me and just wanted to let me know that she misses the house and that she misses, Sandy, our therapist,
It was just a
who
that was experience that she's not gonna forget. You all made a positive impact, and she just wanted to let you all know. That's awesome. That's awesome.
exactly.
So as far as one thing I didn't ask, is there like an anonymous tip hotline or anything like that for the kids? Let's say they just want to. Is there anything like that where they could do like anonymous line or something like that? Do you all have any of those? Anything like that?
Yeah, actually, today I just posted on our page where they could. It's a Texas hotline for child abuse
Okay.
reporting. So it's on our page. And can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it's on our
Let me
page.
see if I can find it right here.
I didn't know if I could leave the screen to go to it.
Oh, yeah, you can. You're fine. You're fine.
I was like, I didn't want to disconnect.
Let me see if I can find. You posted it earlier today.
Yeah, let me. I'll let me.
Oh,
Look
here it
for
is. The
for you.
helpline. Okay. So it's a Texas Youth Helpline, 1-800-989-6884, or you could text 512-872-5777. And I'll put that on there as well when I upload the video. But I really appreciate y'all's time. Y'all are so awesome. I really appreciate what y'all are doing, especially during these trying times. But keep up the hard work. I know it's gonna go through, and then everything's gonna be good. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be happy, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But thank y'all for your time. I really appreciate it. You all are so awesome. Like I mentioned, congratulations on the new location. And anything you all need, just let me know. I'll be happy to share it on the page. So it's gonna be Debbie Rodriguez. She's the fundraising coordinator and volunteer coordinator as well. And then we have Gabriel Garcia. Really appreciate y'all's time. Thank y'all so much from the Children's Advocacy Center of Willacy and Cameron County. So you can follow them on Facebook, their website, your website as well, right? Instagram,
Yes.
all the social media platforms.
LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah.
Now, any videos or anything like that going on YouTube? That way I could keep everybody up to date. Like, do you have any shows or anything like that we could plug in for y'all?
Not anything as of yet, but hopefully in the near future, yes.
All right, we'll just
thank you,
like
Eddie. Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you for reaching out to all the nonprofits. We can all use some shed some light on all these organizations, and we thank you for doing this, because it's definitely a great support. It's a great avenue, and thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm just, I mean, this is something the least I could do. I know there's a lot of awesome nonprofits out there like you all, and I just want to get them out there for the people. There's a lot of people, like right now, I just saw a few people in the comments are like, I didn't know this place existed.
They didn't even know. Yeah.
So things like that are going to go a long way. Thank you all so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And if you all want to play, you're more than welcome to play. We're going to be playing right now in a bit. You can join the game. But I appreciate it. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great
one. Thank you, Eddie.
Take care. Have a good night. All right, everybody. So it's that time. It's trivia, pop trivia. So all the questions are going to be cartoon based. Yeah, no, anytime, anything that I can do to help out and get you all informed. That's what we're here for at RGV Strong. If you're a nonprofit organization, you want to get out there, let me know. I had a few people already reach out as far as artists. Anybody, if you're doing something awesome in the community, you want everybody to know, let me know. Be happy to put you on the show. I've got some more people lined up this week as well that we're going to talk to, but I really appreciate the Children's Advocacy Center, Willacy, and Cameron County for joining us. Thank you, Debbie, and thank you, Gabriel. Okay, so the code to get in is going to be QPTIK. So you have to go to crowd.live, and the code to get in is QPTIK. So you can scan the barcode right below. We'll take you to the room. Let's check it out and see where everybody's at. Got 5 players. So don't forget to like and share, everybody. I really appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Yesterday, we had a weekend fun of games. We had our team trivia on Saturday. Shout out to Selly. She won $100. We also had our trivia night yesterday, too. So we had some awesome people in the community give us some prizes. This week, we have our trivia night on Sunday as well. And in honor of the NBA playoffs, we're going to be doing the NBA themed. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing this Sunday. Let's see. We'll be getting started in about 4 more minutes. 4 minutes. 8:10. We'll get started. So this one is Survivor Trivia. Only one person's going to win this awesome gift card from Starbucks. So only one person is going to win. So only one person will win tonight. We'll be getting started around 8:10. We got 3 more minutes. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to invite your friends as well. All right. So let me know if you have any trouble getting in, anything like that. I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you, Sally. Really appreciate that. Oh, that's awesome. That's good to hear. All right, everybody. Let's see who we have in. So that way we can get started. We got 16 players in. Now, only one person is going to win. You have to get every single question right. Every single question right. All right, so we got a couple minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. So the winner is going to win a gift card, $10 from Starbucks. So it looks like we're all set. You have to get every single question right. Every single question right. All right, all right. A couple more seconds and we'll get started. So all you have to do is go to crowd.live, put in the code QPTIK, QPTIK. You can scan the barcode right there. Let me put it at angle. I need to get used to the TV, the camera. But down there, you can do the QR code, and then you'll be able to get into the game. So all the questions are cartoon-based. They're all Disney. Some of them are Disney. We have some classic cartoons in there as well. So remember, you have to get every single question right. Only one person is going to win. All right, here we go. Let me know if you have any trouble getting in. We're about to get started. All right, here we go. 20, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right, here we go, people. First question. Pocahontas is the first Disney princess to have a jewelry, tattoo, boyfriend, disease. So A, B, C, or D. Pocahontas. See if we can get it right. Let's see where we're at. Oh. The correct answer, it's tattoo. So we got 10 people left. 10 people left. Let's see who it is. Let's see who's left. So we have Stephanie, we have Erica, we have Veronica, we have Michael, we have Sally, we have Edgar, KP Squiggles, PJ, Gabe, and we have Joe. So you all are left. Looks like half of y'all got eliminated already. All right, next question. What is Porky Pig's signature catchphrase? A, bye-bye. B, see you next time. C, that's all, folks. D, so long. So what is Porky Pig's catchphrase? Let's see if we can get it right, people. Let's see. You have to get every single question right if you want to win. Looks like all 10 answers are in. So let's see. Congratulations. This was pretty easy for a lot of y'all. So y'all are advancing. Everybody survived this one. Next one. Popeye the Sailor gains his super ability after eating what food? What food is it? Let's see if we get it right. What does Popeye eat? All right. Yep. Everybody got it right. You live another round. You live another round. I think this is the longest that we've gone. 4 questions. Next one. Who was late in the animated version of Alice in Wonderland? A, the Cheshire Cat. B, the Queen of Hearts. C, the White Rabbit. D, Alice. Who was late? 2, 1. All right. Correct answer. It's going to be the White Rabbit. Let's see. Oh, looks like you all got it right. Congrats. Question 5. What is the name of Goofy's son? A, Jerry. B, George. C, Max. D, Mark. So Goofy's son, what's Goofy's son's name? Oh man, y'all are dominating these. I could already see. All right. All 10 of y'all got it right. Let's go on to the next question. Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids lived in which city? A, Philadelphia. B, New York. C, Chicago. D, Atlanta. So A, B, C, or D. Where did the Cosby Kids live? Woo-hoo. This is going to be fun. All right, so that's the results. Do you think you got it right? Let's check it out. Oh, it was Philadelphia. 4 eliminated. Let's see who it is. So we have Stephanie, we have Celia, we have Edgar, KP Squiggles, PJ, and Gabe left. All right, so let's go on to the next question. Foghorn Leghorn is what type of animal? A, a rooster. B, a turkey. C, a falcon. D, a penguin. So Foghorn Leghorn is what type of animal? Oh, let's see. Yep, y'all got it right. Congratulations, 100%. Let's go on to the next question. Which character was not part of the original Super Friends TV show in 1973? A, Superman. B, Wonder Woman. C, Aquaman. D, Spider-Man. Let's see, people. Let's see the results. Uh-oh. The correct answer is Spider-Man. So we have 2 eliminated. We got 4 left. 4 people left. Let's see who it is. Got Sally, Edgar, KP Squiggles, and Gabe. So let's go on to the next question. Which character dressed in a purple bow tie is Yogi Bear's constant companion? A, Harry Bear. B, Smokey the Bear. C, Fozzie Bear. D, Boo Boo Bear. Oh, I almost gave it away. Hey, yo. All right. The results. The correct answer. And let's see who's left. So we have Celia, KP Squiggles, and Gabe. All right, question 10. Who is not a Disney princess? A, Aurora. B, Ariel. C, Tiana. D, Francesca. So not a Disney princess. Who is not a Disney princess? Oh, all right. Results. Really got 2 right. So who's left? There's only 2 left. Selly and KP Squiggles. Who's going to win? Battle for the gift card. Oh, upside down. Here we go. Next question. Which superhero cartoon made his debut in the 1942 short? A, Superman. B, Mighty Mouse. C, Astro Boy. D, Mighty Armed Autumn. Oh. This is going to be a close one. You both got it right. Next question. Which character was the team captain of the Really Rottens on the cartoon TV show Laugh Olympics? A. Dastardly Dalton, B. Bumbly, C. Orphle Octopus, D. Magic Rabbit. I think I may have gotten y'all. Oh, there's only one winner. There's only one. Let's see who's the winner. KP Squiggles. Congratulations, KP Squiggles. You're our winner of the gift card. So thank you all for playing. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had some fun Monday. Enjoy your week. It's a new week, new opportunities, like I always say. So keep it going. We'll see you all Wednesday. We have another Pop Trivia Wednesday. I'm going to put that up right now. And then our trivia nights on Sunday as well. So we have another Pop Trivia on Wednesday. Just want to let you all know. Got another special guest coming our way. I do want to say thank you again to Debbie and Gabriel for joining us. Make sure you follow the Children's Advocacy Center of Willacy and Cameron County. If you all have any questions, anything like that, they'd be happy to help you out. If you have any questions, anything like that, or if you want to be on the page, let me know. I'd be happy to help you out too as well. So I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. KP Squiggles, please message me so I can send you your card. Really appreciate y'all. And thank you for liking the page. Don't forget to follow us if you want to join in on the fun games we have every weekend as well. So, oh yeah, if you're on YouTube, subscribe, please. Subscribe on YouTube if you're on YouTube. We're on YouTube now too live. So thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.